All right, peace, King. How you feeling?
I'm blessed, Doc. How you doing?
All is well. All is well. First and foremost, man, I gotta thank you for coming on the platform. It's definitely an honor.
Oh, absolutely, man. Hey, listen, folks did it for me, man. That's how we ride. That's how we ride.
Right.
Absolutely.
No doubt, man. For the viewers who may not recognize you, let them know who you are and definitely where you from.
Well, listen, I'm originally hailing from Chicago, Illinois, born and raised on the north side of Chicago in the infamous Cabrini Green. People say, "What's that?" I said, "If you ever saw Good Times or the Candy Man, you know where Cabrini is at." But I'm Will Gates, man, from the legendary documentary Hoop Dreams. And man, it's an honor to be on your show.
Oh yeah, no doubt, man. Likewise, we grew up on Hoop Dreams, man. That was inspiration. You know what I'm saying, for a lot of kids. I'm from Cleveland, so Chicago, right there. We
Ooh,
have family in Chicago, the
well,
Midwest.
well, absolutely. What part of Cleveland though? I played with two guys in college from Cleveland, man.
Oh, okay, yeah, the East
Yeah.
Side.
Okay. Yeah, yeah. I had
Yeah.
a guy named Tony Miller I played with, and Aaron Hutchinson, both from
Oh,
the
okay.
Cleveland area. Yeah,
Wow, wow. They probably some OGs, man.
absolutely.
Like I asked you, man, you spoke on Cabrini Green. I mean, that's it's just an infamous, housing project, for good and bad reasons. Like you say, they done shot movies there and stuff like that. But what was it like actually growing up there? Because you always watch the news and you kind of get that account, but I never really met anybody that actually lived there.
Well, I'm gonna give you both ends of it because there's two sides to it. On one end, man, when I was coming up, Cabrini wasn't known for its violence. Now, violence existed, but it wasn't known for that. And interesting enough, man, I grew up in a time where we had what was called the Hooper's Pass. So if you played ball, folks left you alone. Now, if you wanted trouble, you can find trouble. But of course, man, as years have passed, the Hooper Pass went away. So now, man, unfortunately, uh, the Cabrini I grew up in actually no longer even exist. They done gentrified the neighborhood, man. You go over there now where residents who was paying anywhere from $25 a month, to nothing at all, housing from a half million on up, man. So it's sad because is what we called home is no longer existing in that capacity. There's a remnant of maybe a block that remains. But for me, man, Cabrini is where the dream started. Cabrini is where I was built. A cat asked me a while ago, he said, "Will, man, how did you know you was ready for St. Joe's?" Because I'm gonna be honest with you, tell you, I went out to St. Joe's. I felt like one nobody, badder than who was in my neighborhood. So I was looking like if I can handle the cats in my neighborhood, I definitely can handle the cats out this way.
Oh man, I could dig it. Big shout out to Cabrini Green. You spoke
Absolutely.
on something, that gentrification. It's like that's kind of going on all around the country, and it's been going on for a while. And it's like I'm from Cleveland. Like when I go back to visit, I don't know. It kind of bothers me a little bit. Like it looked nice, but like you say, all of the memories and the things that we did, like our church or places we used to play and hang out, they like Cleveland Clinic done bought it. They Starbucks and stuff like that. So it's like real bittersweet almost. But it's like,
Yeah. Yeah.
what can we do? I mean, if you even have a perspective on that, like, do we
Well,
just keep moving around? Do we try to fight gentrification? Do we buy farmland and just, live like the Amish and create our own,
well,
situation?
I do like the aspect of creating our own. I think Black folks have always, in particular, have always been in a position where we had to create our own to build our own. I do think that there was a time where uh, where after you build, we settle, and when we settle, I think on some level, man, I'm trying to find a better way to say this, that it's not that we get complacent, we just kind of get a little comfortable. So as the gentrification process was happening, it was almost like the rug was pulled under from a lot of people. Now, I'm gonna say this one aspect about gentrification. On one level, um, I'm not mad at it from this perspective. growing up in Cabrini, man, it had gotten to the point where they just stopped taking care of the community. So man, so the buildings were terrible. The elevators didn't work. The hall smelled like piss. You know, it was just terrible. So I'm glad in a sense that they tore down buildings, but I wanted them to build new buildings and give those to the current residents because the history and the legacy and the memories still exist in that community. I don't care what you build on top of it. You can't remove the life that was built. So even when I get back to Chicago, man, I'm still driving over there. When I pass, where I used to play basketball on that court, I don't see that building. I see that basketball court. I see all the battles that I had. I see my brother, man, kicking me off the court because I was too young to play with him and the big boys. You can't erase people's memories. And I think what what we can do, it's kind of like what you was alluding to earlier. We have to um, continue to build, and I'm always for buying land. Yes, let's get our own land. Let's build our own communities. I'm not against that at all. As a matter of fact, I think the more land we get, the better. Get it, grow it, build it, and then uh, let's help other people. Let's bring them along so they can do the same thing, man. I think it's long overdue that we need to multiply uh, the strength of our race and other economic sources out there because we have always done it. We've always taken the scraps that was given to us and made masterpieces out of it, man. I mean, that's just been the tradition of African Americans as a whole. I mean, I know this is cliche, but it's true. You toss us a lemon, we make lemonade, but now, man, we know how to spice that lemonade. We put a twist on that thing for you now, man. That's just the heart, of our culture.
Oh yeah, no doubt, man. Like you say, it's something that we can definitely do. Cause I'm an urban gardener, so I bought some of them parcels of land in the hood and started doing beekeeping and growing fruits and vegetables, inviting the kids out. So I'm at the point now where I'm trying to get people to do like a farm co-op. Say like if the land $1,000 a month, say it's 5 acres. If we get 10 people, we all just only got to pay $100, and it's enough space. And then, like you say, we could bring people in an acre. Our yard was only 5,000 square feet. So how many
Mm,
houses can you build? If we work together, you get what I'm saying. Let me see.
absolutely. I love it, man.